Hello, hello. First, I gotta figure something out. So give me 1 second. Perfect. Doesn't work, right? It doesn't. And again, we don't have my face anywhere. There we go. That's me. Probably need to go on the other side as well. Right? Like that? Good. Okay. I gotta keep that somewhere. And that. Oh, fuck, dude. There's way too many fucking tabs open. This shit looks like my room. Okay. Settings. That should be alright. That should be alright. I feel like that's alright. Okay, so I only need to put that there and then we can start. Fuck. Unable to. And again, it's a skill issue. Shit. I mean, what the fuck? How am I supposed to... Like that. I need it like that. Yep. What the fuck? Okay, 1 second. I'm figuring my windows out at the moment. And it's going really good. Actually, it's not going good at all. What the fuck is... Is it that tab? It is. Okay, now I found everything. I'm on top of it. Okay. That's the chat. Okay. Okay, I just have to trust that it's running. I can't make it out if it's the correct thing or not. I'm unable to. Okay. So what I wanted to watch is this goblin right here in this top left corner. I watched the start of it in the live stream yesterday. Now we're gonna watch the rest if my dog will let me. Probably can't see him. No, it's not possible. Okay.
Let me see what this is.
That should be loud enough, alright? I think that should be loud enough. I hope everybody can hear, right? Right, good. Oh, that I completely did that wrong. Shit, dude. I shouldn't have started it just yet. I'm completely unprepared for this. Um, let's do it like that. It's not like I can see the fucking title anyway, so. Who cares, man? Who cares? Perfect. That's fucking perfect, man. Okay. Good. We're prepared. We're good. That should be good. Perfect. I just can't see the chat for some reason in this. There it is. Found it. I'm doing it all. I can do whatever. I can do whatever I want. Look. And then we'll put it right fucking here.
Is off? Yeah, it's off camera. Okay, it doesn't matter. Obviously, this is a very difficult case because you do have some empathy and sympathy for the defendant, understanding that his property had been broken into. The testimony looks like at least twice prior to this incident. Understanding, and there could have certainly been some real fear on that evening, but the court also notes that the law does not allow you to use deadly force to protect your property. In this particular case, it was a detached.
Why not? Imagine not being able to defend your own home. You literally have, how many of them are there? There's one that's still waiting. Literally, you have five men. No, wait, 6. Yeah, 6 men that break into your house. Oh my God.
But the court also notes that the law does not allow you to use deadly force to protect your property. In this particular case, it was a detached garage. The defendant in this case put himself in the situation.
How do you put yourself in the situation of getting robbed in your house when you don't know any of the robbers? How does that work? Right? It's because people like her, right, that live on their bridges in woods and distant valleys, right? They are so far from reality that their whole mindset is detached, right? So I always wonder how those people would react in situations like that, right? Those people have to go through a situation like that to grasp the reality of it, to even judge it. And I have no idea how people like that become judges in the first place, right? It's insanity. Like, even that she says it's in the garage, which is detached from the, it's like it matters, you know, like it matters. It doesn't matter. It's just, she tries to defend people who she thinks the system betrayed in order to, that she can look as good as she wants to feel, right? Or as she, yeah, basically. So that's why that happens. Okay.
He put himself in this situation. This guy has his home invaded by 6 grown men.
6 grown men. You gotta homo aus. Man. I'm sorry, my dog. Licking my hand, it's insanely disgusting. Having that happen all the time. No, yeah. 6 grown men, that's what I wanted to say.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is insane. It's his own fucking, this is
self-defense argument becomes more difficult when the video shows.
Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking clown car, dude. All those people coming out of that small garage.
He shot into the garage.
Yeah, here. I didn't see that.
Argument becomes more difficult when the video shows and the evidence shows that he shot into.
Good. Fucking good, dude. I would shoot the shit out of them. See, the thing that counts is the intention. So they already came into the property. They were already there. Now they're trying to leave. It's the same thing with the police body cams, right? They don't want to leave the car. They get asked 100,000 times, can you fucking leave the car? Then they break the window, and all of a sudden they want to argue, well, now I want to come out. Well, now it's too late. Now you're going to jail. I think the same applies here. You chose to get into the fucking apartment of another guy, or into the house or the garage of another guy. With 6 people, that is a threat. that is a threat to my life, and I'm going to defend my life. And if I'm so full of adrenaline that I'm shooting after the people that I don't know what they tried, right? Tried to rob me, tried to kill me, maybe, right? That's all real possibilities. I mean, shoot at them till the police comes. That's how it should be. And I don't know why this fucking person is even arguing about that, right? It's probably because of this fucking plushie as well, right? Why does a judge have a plushie on their desk? I mean, that says so much, I think.
The garage blindly twice.
If it was blindly, then how are they dead?
Oh, they died. Oh, they died. Okay. 2 of them.
For
Right? Twice.
any of the people, the burglars or the people.
This right here is the biggest threat to America. It is. This is the biggest and most profound and extreme and insidious threat to America.
What is that?
This is it right here.
What is that? Nobody knows.
Inside exited. The video, the evidence, that being the video, clearly shows that he was shooting at the people who were inside in the garage. The people who were attempting to burgle the garage. He was shooting at them as they were running away.
Yeah, it's too bad he didn't kill more of them.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that, in and of itself, is certainly probable cause to show that he did intend great bodily harm.
What the fuck? Of course, he intended great bodily harm. There were 6 men in his fucking house. What are you talking about? If I get attacked with a machete and I'm defending myself, I have the intent to harm as well. So I'm gonna get fucking jailed because I'm getting attacked. What the fuck is that? That's not justice at all. That's just ridiculousness. I mean, fucking kids play with better rules than that. Insane.
Good. Yeah, good. That's the point. What happened to America? I don't know, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, in Florida, I think that if somebody breaks into your house, you should be able to kill them.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Definitely.
Period. No exceptions.
I think so 100%.
That's it. It's that simple.
The only people who don't think that have never encountered any type of evil. They've never seen it, they've never felt it, and that's why it's so they can't even imagine how it would be being in that situation, right? They're literally a fucking rabbit in the woods. It's insane, right? There's nothing virtuous about them because there's only the naive, stupid, empathetic, suicidal empathy, basically. It's just no self-preservation at all until it happens to them full force. I mean, it's insane.
So, presidential pardon? Yeah, we give this guy a presidential pardon, something like that. Like, you gotta get him out of this situation. In the house, in the driveway? Well, here's the thing, right? Is like, if they're running away, why would you not shoot them so they couldn't come back? Because you don't know at that point why they're in your house. Like, this person could want to cause you bodily harm because they don't like you for some reason. They might want to hurt you. They might try to...
Right. There's always tomorrow, right? So then they come back tomorrow and then I'm fucked. Because I haven't shot the person that's then gonna shoot me. Nah, I'm not taking that risk.
Get revenge on you later on. So the only proper moral decision is to shoot them. This is the only good decision to make, is to shoot them. That's what you should do every single time. Stupid Karens. Why do judges protect criminals? Because we allow them to. The judges protect
man.
the criminals
Didn't
because
even
we
see
protect
that.
the judges. And that's the mistake.
Try
shouting
I
out
can't
JD on Twitter about it.
pronounce
See if
your
you
name,
talk
bro.
to the Don. I don't think that's going to happen realistically, right? 7 people in your house is not grounds enough to feel like your life is in danger. The argument was the garage was detached from the home, so they were not in the house, hence him putting himself in that situation. Stupid argument, though. Well, it's his property. Like, in my opinion, if people are breaking into your property, you should be able to kill them. Straight up.
I already
that's it.
said that's true.
And why do I
Oh,
think
yes,
that?
I'm still
Because
thinking
I
that.
don't want to live in a world where people can break into your property. That's the reason why. Like, I see there is no moral reason that that isn't the correct decision to make. It's a huge deterrent. Yeah, exactly. No questions asked. Trespassers shall be shot. Well, trespassers shall be shot. Survivors shall be shot again. I think that was like it's like something that like somebody gave my dad, and like he put it on like his window or something like that because he loved that. And another video is out about this subject. Yeah, well, what is about this? Like, I don't know if I can find another. If I can find this here.
Oh, he's charged with manslaughter,
David Clapton,
actually.
is that it? Yeah, let me look and find it. Ignored him. So it's his property had been broken into twice before this.
Bro. It's so fucking obvious that he's allowed to shoot those people if they keep coming back. I mean, it's what the judges do, what the judge does by that, is she incentivizes crime. It's just that she incentivizes crime. That's fucking illegal, as far as I know. She should go to jail. I mean, why can't we just fucking force them into place? The judges, I mean. And then everything else will get fixed by proxy, basically.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. Twice. And the police ignored him and told him to get better security. He did. I mean, like,
It's true.
He took their advice and it worked. You see him running away? Yeah, he was right. Look at that. This is crazy. Now, Judge Kelly Costin says Dakin Lapton, 24, put himself in a situation despite
That's
prior
insane.
break-ins.
That's
She said
insane.
his self-defense argument becomes more difficult after reviewing security video. Oh my God. They've been broken into at least twice before and has been told that the second break-in to beef up his security. And he did. He beefed up his security and they still said it was bad. And delete the video before 911. No, you can't. You shouldn't do that because it gets stored on an internal server anyway. It doesn't matter. I bet the judge lives in a gated community with security. Absolutely.
Of
I
course.
think that,
Of
again,
course.
people like this, like, you should just immediately impeach this judge. You should.
Yeah.
And I feel
Worse.
like this is
Needs to be way worse.
This is the time that tarring and feathering people is required. This is when you should do it. Exactly the time. The judge would change her tune if it was her house. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Or
what I've been
somebody
saying,
wasn't
by the way.
protecting her. I think that's exactly what happened. And I find that to be extremely fucking annoying. I don't know if there's any more about this too, but let me go
Double
and
standard
pull
is
the rest of it up.
insane.
Yeah.
New at 5, a White Lake homeowner has been charged with manslaughter in a shooting back in July that
Manslaughter.
raised some questions.
The prosecutor
Insane.
says Dayton Napton shot a
Patriot.
17-year-old who was
Patriot.
trying to steal items from his garage.
He's 17 years old and he's already stealing? Jesus.
Let's get out to Erica
embarrassing.
Erickson.
No,
She's
it's-
live tonight with the latest details in this case. Erica, the prosecutor says Napton
No, it's his fucking fault that the parents couldn't take care of a fucking 17-year-old kid. So that, I mean, the blame is definitely not by the guy who shot him. Definitely not. I mean, there were so many fucking steps that could have been taken from the guy that broke in to the parents to whoever to prevent him being shot in a garage from some fucking guy, right? So, deserved it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Congrats, boy.
crossed a line here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different sides we're hearing. We're hearing from the prosecutor's office, that man's defense attorney, and the family of that teen who was shot and killed, and they're upset.
It doesn't make sense.
They're upset that their kid got killed? Well, maybe you shouldn't have raised the hood rat.
Yep.
Maybe you shouldn't have raised the kid that's going to break into people's houses and steal their shit.
Definitely. Shouldn't have. Should have done it.
That's what I think.
It doesn't make sense, and it hurts a lot.
4 months after 17-year-old Savon Wilson of Pontiac shot and killed in White Lake Township.
Rip Bozo. Rest in piss. Should have shot your friends, too.
Family says the charges have them confused.
I think the way they went about it, it could have been done better.
24-year-old Dayton Napton charged.
Bro, that bitch has the audacity to criticize the guy who had his house broken into by 6 guys is insane. She fucking raised that kid to be a fucking stupid burglar, right? No accountability. No wonder that the fucking son turned out to be a fucking robber, right? I mean, of course, fucking think for 2 fucking seconds. It's insanity. Those narcissistic parents can't do shit. It's insane.
Charged with manslaughter, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, and 2 counts of felony firearm for the death of Wilson and shooting another teen in the leg. Wilson's family says they want Napton charged with murder.
It doesn't make sense that it wasn't done out of malice, and for them to charge.
God damn right it's done out of malice. Kill him, put him in the ground.
Bro, should I sympathize with the guys who try to break into my house and fucking try to shoot me? What do they think? I'm defending myself, but I'm really hoping the best for you, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? They are so far from reality. It's honestly insane.
That kid was an animal. Thank God that dude shot him and put him down before he hurt somebody else.
Yeah, I think so. 100%.
Damn. What are we doing talking about this like he's a victim? He's dead. Because he's a thief. Fuck him. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, because you're stupid. Maybe being stupid is hereditary.
With manslaughter, when everything in the report is suggesting that it was malicious intent.
Back in July, prosecutors say Wilson, along with 6 others, broke into Napton's detached garage. Napton coming out with a 9mm.
Why does it matter if it's detached? It's his property. Why don't they just say it's the garage? I don't understand why they need to defend the perpetrators. Why? Why don't they look for reasons that he is innocent? Because he didn't come to them. They came to him multiple times. Right? I mean, I have no idea why it is like that, you know? Why it's so displaced for some reason.
Prosecutors say firing 2 shots through a windowless locked garage door. Then, as the group ran away, prosecutors say Napton shot at them 5 more times.
And you can see, they say it's a detached garage. Yeah. This is literally right next to his house. It's not like he ran, you know, it's like 50 yards away from him and he had to run over and defend this. It's right next to his house. Yeah. It's 2 feet away from his house.
It's basically his house, right?
Ran back inside, reloaded his gun, and came back outside.
Devon was running away and got shot.
Oh, should have been you too. Oh wait, no, father of the victim.
Yeah,
I thought it was this guy.
But from what was he running away from? From the crime scene that he basically fucking intruded, right? I mean, yeah, cool, dude. What they try to do is they try to build a stage of their own that they can have the argument on, right? Because the real question is, why the fuck was that 17-year-old kid in a garage of some fucking 40-year-old with 5 other people? That's the question that they should answer in front of the fucking judge, right? But if the judge is fucking mentally retarded as well, it's obviously gonna be a really hard time.
I never heard anything about him getting shot in the garage.
But prosecutors say Wilson hit and killed from a bullet fired through the locked door.
We had a really close connection.
Nice.
So it
like
hurts a lot.
Counter-Strike.
I would have never expected this to happen to him. He has so many dreams and aspirations.
Well, it's time to wake up.
Bro, if he had so many fucking dreams and aspirations, then he shouldn't have fucking broke into some guy's house with 5 other fucking grown-ass men. What does he think is gonna happen? His dreams in the garage? Probably not.
Back out here live, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office says the rights to own firearms and protect one's family and home are fundamental. Those important rights also come with profound responsibility. We believe the evidence demonstrates this defendant crossed the line by firing outside his home at fleeing persons.
Firing outside his home at fleeing persons. Oh my.
Bro, as I said before, if you make the decision to break into a house with 5 of your friends, then you can't deflect the responsibility that comes with that, right? If you break in somewhere, you take the responsibility that there will come somebody that's going to defend what is theirs, right? Right. And that happens, and they died. Sucks to be you, but you deserved it. I mean,
God. How are we tolerating?
Also, another thing is, if I can shoot you in the dark, right, from my house because you broke in, then that's still, in my eyes, that's still part of the break-in, right? And the most important thing is, it was the second or third time that happened, right? So he had to defend himself for the second or third time. So if you don't want that to happen again, you're gonna shoot after them. I would do this. I would do the fucking same. You just have to put yourself into his shoes. You would do the same as well.
This even a little bit. How we put up with this even a slight bit. That's crazy. They actually want they want you to be a victim inside of your own home and let these people go in and rob you.
Yeah, it's
They want
incentivized.
them to rob you and steal your shit, and then if you defend yourself, now somehow you're a bad guy. This is so fucking ridiculous. It is.
It's the same thing with the scammers in California or in Minnesota or whatever, right? All over the Western world, basically. You try to get rid of the scams, and what do they say? You're racist, right? Because for some fucked up reason, it's better to incentivize crime than to maybe look bad for a second, even though it's not even a bad thing. But they rather look good and incentivize crime than doing the right thing. That's what's happening. And that's why this shit is going on all over the world. It's insanity. And I'm saying that a lot. And I know that. But I'm going to say it again. It's insanity.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Wow, I just got off the phone with Napton's defense attorney. He says Napton was startled, and this case is one of, quote, stone self-defense, and he believes Napton should have never been charged. We have many more details.
Not only should he have not been charged, they should have found the other 5 people and then put them all in jail.
Of course, of course.
And maybe the ones that were being violent, they should have, maybe hung them or something like that, executed them. Like, the fact that we have so much tolerance and, allowance for these criminals is just crazy to me.
Why the fuck did we invent guillotines if we are not even fucking using them? Right? It's not that far back, right? It's not like those people act like breaking into somebody's home with 5 people is just Friday afternoon type shit. But it's not. Even if you don't kill somebody, you'll traumatize them for life. For life. And they just take that risk. So they deserve whatever happens to them by taking that risk.
It is. It's really crazy. Like, I remember whenever Kyle Rittenhouse went and he killed those 2 guys, like, that was a hero. That's an American hero right there. And we got to have a lot more like that. We have to normalize that. Like, the amount of times that, like, you have these criminals that are going out there and they're, like, causing problems and doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. Like, we gotta put a stop to this. We do. We gotta put a stop to this. It's treasonous, aiding enemies. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Zero tolerance for breaking into a home. Exactly.
It's incentivizing,
This is why we see
incentivizing crime.
positive sentiment for vigilante justice. This isn't vigilante justice. Self-defense is just simply justice.
Yeah.
That's why there's a whole
Perfectly said,
segment for
actually.
it inside of the law. So many humans could be saved by harsher justice. I know. I really hate this shit.
Yeah.
This actually, I'm gonna be real. This actually does make me mad. It does. It really does
Yeah.
bother me, and it frustrates me to no end. That and the reason why it really frustrates me more than anything else is because I know that the judge will not receive the consequences that I think that she deserves for this. Like that, the problem is not even really the situation itself. It's that the system that produced the situation will be allowed to continue. And I find it to be so...
Because it's optics. It's always optics, right? The judge is only thinking about optics, and the guy over her or the girl over her, whatever, doesn't do anything because he or she is also just thinking about optics, right? Because it's all about getting reelected. It's all about getting the money again. So you let some stuff slide, right? You get, I mean, if you can't fucking, you can't be harsh to people of the black community if you want to get reelected by the black community. That's how politics work. I mean, that's basically how the game Risk works too. No? Am I right? Am I wrong?
So upsetting. I do disagree. Kyle Rittenhouse is a retard. Well, what do you mean he's a retard? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, he killed 2 retards that were going out there being violent. Yeah, I don't get that at all. I think that's absolutely, like, I mean, what else you want me to say? Like, I mean, that's great that he did that. I mean, wasn't one of them like a weird pedo or something like that? Thank God he's dead. The world's a better place. It's the way it is. We may not have conclusive about SKG, about summertime. Really? Oh, wow. Let me look at that. I gotta find it. You're not wrong about it should be allowed, but the judge followed the law. For her to have done anything different, the law has to change? No? Well, the judge always has,
no.
like every judge has the ability.
That's why the judge is there, right? To pass judgment onto the crime or the person who did the crime. So she has to judge the situation, and she judged the situation that he shouldn't have shot after the people, right? That's basically what the argument is about, as far as I understand it. So, fuck the judge, basically.
To interpret the law in a different way. They do. They can interpret the law in a million different ways. And if you choose to interpret the law in the way that means that the person who's defending their home is now the bad actor, well, you have a big problem.
That's very true.
The AAA video game bubble has burst.
Whoops.
I don't think this
What
is
else
true.
is there? What else? Damn, I haven't watched a ton of his videos. I want to watch that.
Saikuno.
The Saikuno stuff is really interesting to me.
Statement. He has finally broken the silence and decided to speak on the situation. I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed. Most of all to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful, and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people I've hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I've seen false allegations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false allegations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working out. Oh, excuse me. We were already working on our relationship and communication before any of this happened. This has been, I guess they've been working on it for like 5 years, right? And having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and...
Why the fuck does he need to heal? Didn't he just fuck every female Twitch streamer that there is, and then... I mean, his girlfriend has to heal, right? I mean, where the fuck does he need to heal?
the internet to better myself and give us the time that we need to try to improve our relationship. Thank you for reading. Now I will continue to learn and
There's
grow
only
from this
improving with this.
experience.
I mean, come
and
on.
This is the
Rock
crazy part
bottom.
about it, okay? Because I already read this. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written by her. This right here, bro, like this guy, man. And so anyway, yeah, hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to all who've been checking on me and wishing me well during this difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything that I know now, and going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though no matter how much I'm broken, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. So what she's saying is that the entire expose for her boyfriend, the fact that she was getting cheated on,
It's insane,
and all of this
dude.
going public, she didn't even know it was going to happen. Oh my.
You have to be so fucking indoctrinated in your boyfriend's mind that you're actually mad at the backlash of the leak that he's fucking everyone, then you are at the guy who's fucking everyone.
My God. Wow. Why should we believe that's really his girlfriend's message and not another lie? I mean, honestly, I don't have an answer for you for that. I mean, because the guy is a liar, and how can you trust a liar? But I wouldn't expect that, right? I mean, maybe, but who knows? She's definitely going to take him back. Well, she never left.
Bro, it's gonna be such a big twist if it comes to light that he never ever had a fucking girlfriend, right? That's like the mukbang guy who got fat and then he got thin again all of a sudden. It's gonna be the same thing. He never even had a girlfriend. He's not even real, right? Probably. He got invented by some fucking girl he probably fucked, right? And then, yeah, it's all about clout, probably. Making some conspiracy theories up is a great fucking thing.
And even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked on me or asked how I felt about everything. But I haven't heard anything from those people involved since all of this came out. So basically, they used this girl's, the fact that she was getting cheated on, they used it as like a vector to attack Saikuno. They don't even give a... Everybody say, oh, she's such a victim, she's such a victim. The people that made all this public didn't even care about her. They didn't even give a fuck about her, which I think is like the most unsurprising thing ever, let's be real. But it's still funny.
And again, it's optics. It's because those people only care about optics.
And I understand those involved would with them would have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. Well, I guess you can call me the mortician. How about that? It's truly fuck. It truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made...
Bro, obviously those changes did not work. He still fucked a ton of girls. I mean... I watched his cringe fucking videos where he's with some other streamer girls, right? I watched those on the stream from ASMONGOLD. and he's the cringiest fucking guy ever, right? He doesn't make obvious moves, right? But everybody who watches it knows what he does. So it's like I mean, it's the cringiest god play that I've ever seen, but still.
Made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Man. Wow. Even though all the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they are irredeemable.
Damn.
It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this is a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and becoming better versions of themselves. Dude, he actually...
Bro.
he actually...
Probably his girlfriend probably fucked like 20 other guys. That's why she's so calm with it, right? Oh yeah, well, I only care about how it looks and that it was kind of overwhelming, right? But I mean, we'll grow together, right? That's some shit that somebody says that has some fucking corpses in the backyard. I'm telling you, insane.
That guy.
Again, insane. Everything basically is.
Dude, is he actually this sly, dirty dog? Bro, you hook up and you run game on every fucking girl in the entire community. Your girlfriend comes out and fucking demonizes the people who made it public and says she's gonna stay with you? Matt, dude, he is the guy. God damn, man. 10-inch damn at least.
Probably 10-ish.
Look
Probably,
at this, man. No way. She just seems broken. I don't know what's going on, okay?
I'm telling you, she's cheating on him as well. That's the only
relationship. I have no
thing I can
clue
imagine.
whatsoever. Yeah, and saying sorry on the internet's worst thing he's done so far? I guess so. Bro is actually being a Giga Chad. Yeah, he's not. This bitch is just dumb as fuck. Well, here's the reality, okay?
Also a possibility.
Is that this girl has probably been with him for 5 years, and he's not going to break up with her. And also, he probably finances and subsidizes her lifestyle. He's rich, and she'll always be rich. She'll never have to worry about money in her life.
And she's fucking other guys as well.
Girl that says like, girl, just leave him. Just leave. You deserve so much better. A period. True. Yes. All of them that say that never have to live with the fact that this girl might not have a job. She might not have a career. She might not be a streamer. She might not.
But still, bro, it's gonna fuck you up staying with someone who does shit like that. Because people like that don't change. They will never change. It's just in their fucking... It's so deeply ingrained in their brain. You can't get it out. I mean, right? If she has no place, then, right, talk with them. Get some agreement out. And just leave it anyways. I would leave it 100% of the time if that was a she that would have been doing that to me. Of course, dude. I couldn't even look myself in the eye if I stayed in that shitty ass situation.
Be anything. So it's so easy to say that. It's so easy to write a check that you don't have to cash. It's so easy to tell somebody to do something that you never have to experience the consequences for. So that's the difference. That's the difference. And it's a big difference. Very, very, very big difference.
It's a difference. Safe, right? But I think it's the decision is still the same decision, nonetheless. I think, yeah, you should think about it, but then the conclusions should be the same conclusion. Nonetheless, I think it doesn't matter in that case at all. I think, fucking girl, get out of this.
And so, bro mogged us all. Dude, the thing is, bro, he mogged the entire community. They tried to make an hour-long video to mog him. The maker of the expose video got mogged instead. Mogged his girlfriend while he was cheating on her. And then also mogged his own accusers through his girlfriend.
Bro, she's so indoctrinated. It's
Unbelievable.
insane.
Like, I mean, this is like, you know what this is like? It's like a Rube Goldberg machine. You guys ever seen one of these?
I don't even know what that is.
So, a Rube Goldberg machine is when a bunch of things that shouldn't happen all happen together to create a chain reaction of something that's completely,
I understand. Okay, yeah, I understand.
Right? It's like basically
Yep.
whenever you're playing
That's how
Dungeons
it
and
is.
Dragons and you say, well, I want to eat the dragon. And the Dungeon Master says, okay, sure. Well, you know, like now you, okay, well, you have to roll a nat 20. So you roll a nat 20. And he says, okay, well, and he's like getting mad. He says, okay, well, after that, now you have to roll another nat 20 to not get indigestion. Or sorry, for the dragon to not like breathe fire while he's inside you. You roll another nat 20. And then the third one is like, okay, well, now you're getting indigestion. You're going to die unless you roll a third nat 20. And you roll a third nat 20. This is actually Saikuno's life.
That's pretty fucking cool. I really gotta fucking play Dungeons and Dragons sometime. I always hear about it. It always sounds fucking fun. I never played it. I really have to play it.
And then finally he's like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna give it to you. You're a dragon now. Okay, that's all right. You win. You win. You're the guy. And so that's what's happened. Close enough. Yeah, I'm being serious, right? Saikuno did not fish with a rod and a line. He was fishing with a 50-foot net. Bro,
Nah, he was electrofishing,
with, like,
that
a
guy.
50 caliber machine gun. Like, he was
Or
just
that,
getting them,
yeah,
man.
for real.
And the difference is he's the dragon. Yeah, dragon needs nuts. Dude, what happens to y'all's relationship is entirely between y'all. You fucked up. You know what? Cheating's never the right thing to do. It isn't. It's, dude, how bro felt writing that. Absolutely. And the thing is that he won. I actually think, I think that with this apology and everything,
Yeah.
I actually think he won.
100%.
He mogged them big time. Because not only did he retain his relationship with his girlfriend, who he will inevitably, we all know this, he's gonna cheat on her again.
Yep.
How do I know this? Come on.
And she will
Come on, what
still,
do we-
she will always stay with him. Always. I mean, that proves it. If she stays with him after that and says they grow together, whatever the fuck, she will never leave. She will never, ever leave. And I would love to see how she looks like. Because I've never seen... Wait, can I do that? I want to see what she look. What? That's her? Is that his girlfriend, or is that one of the girls that he dangled? Diddled. What the fuck, dude? I'm... Bro, you really need a manager with those many girls. Insanity. None of those are his girlfriend, right? Isn't there should be a fucking Reddit right? Somewhere around here. Oh fuck, I would love to see how she looks like. It's always him. Everywhere. It's even on MSN. Insanity. Yeah. That's not her. I've seen that video. Fuck that.
Doing? So basically, you still maintain that. You're still gonna be able to cheat on your girlfriend. Now it might go on cooldown for like you know, like you
2
might have an
months.
XP reset,
Yep.
you could say. You know,
2
and
months.
like, you know, it might go on cooldown for like 6 months or so, but then this is
No.
what he's gonna do.
He can't do
So
6 months.
I know the way that I know the way that people like this act. He's going to start talking to girls now to make them feel sorry for him. That's what he's going to do. And then he's gonna
investing.
use the fact that he was unfairly treated in this situation in order, that's how he...
It's like being nice to the fat chicks at the gym, right? You're investing for later when they're thinner, right? It's the same thing. Same thing here. So now he's in, because now he doesn't have any game at the moment anyways. So what he needs to do is he has to build the reputation back up with some different girls, and then he can run the same scheme again. And this time he won't be bothered because he's not gonna do that publicly probably, but he still has the fucking the fame, if you want to say it like that. But yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's 100% right, but I only think he's gonna do it earlier than later, basically.
He's gonna get into the next into the next crop of them, right? That's how he's gonna do it, right? He's got an NDA, maybe, right? And so, and that's not if, that's when, right? That being said, too, the fact that he was able to demonize not only the person that made the videos, but the accusers themselves. I mean, this definitely makes them look bad. It does. And Bao Mao Mujin, shame on you. You had people believing you cared about the real victim in this situation, the girlfriend. You did not care. You did this because you were selfish. You put money above the safety and well-being of your girlfriend. See, that's the difference between them and me. I thought this was entertainment right from the beginning. I knew this was funny. It was crazy. And this is
I don't know who these people are.
I look at things, right?
I have no idea.
Is that unless an actual crime is committed, everything is content. Everything is content. I don't care. Like any of this other bullshit or whatever else, just don't share things like this on the internet. And I viewed it myself for a long time. Some bullshit drama one way or another. Exactly. And so you did this because you were selfish.
All of this is bullshit drama. Come on. It's a guy who fucked girls while having a girlfriend. That shit happens all day, every day, all around the world, from both genders. That's how life is. People suck. People want everything all the time. They hate having a door closed on them. They only can walk through one, but they want to walk through every fucking door there is. That's how people are. It's disgusting. You gotta deal with it some way or another, right? We're all islands at the end of the day. Just don't be the Epstein one.
You put money and safety above the well-being of the girlfriend. This isn't just internet drama. Your actions can and will fuck up someone's real life, and the girlfriend already knew about the infidelity and chose to work through it in private, and you know this. You knew this. Well, I don't think that they did know it. I don't think they did. That's not, I don't know if that's accurate. Because, like, I mean, she said she didn't talk to them, right? So how would they know that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but, like, it seems like they didn't know. Mal is making $4K a month on Patreon already. I don't even know what her name is. I would look that up, but I can't even find it. So basically,
are those the people that got dicked, basically, to say it with the most compassion that I have? Probably, right? So they make money off of the pain of a girl that got cheated on. Nice, dude. Nice. Fucking hell.
Is a total. This man was using an anime protagonist voice to cream by countless women with his girlfriend staying with him. This is why he stay out of people's relationship business. Exactly, bro. Fucking exactly. I don't care what anyone has to say. What any more about what it worked. I knew this would work. I knew, dude. This is the perfect moral high ground. I don't care anymore about what any other girl said. The girlfriend is the old dude. He's. This is crazy.
And that's how you win everything, always, anytime. If you have an argument with someone, right? The argument always takes place on a stage. So if you rebuild the stage, then you take control of the argument. And that way you can decide how the game ends, right? You don't want to be a pawn in a game. You want to decide which game is going to be played. That's what you want, right? And if you can decide that, the outcome is already decided at that point, because it's going to be what you want, because you decided the stage on which the whole argument takes place. That's the quintessential thing politicians do, everybody does, and it works almost every fucking time.
This is impressive. I know, bro. Like, and the thing is that what's really impressive to me is that, like, odds the girlfriend has a side piece. I don't know. I have no idea. Kind of crazy. She's going to continue to try and repair the relationship, but we don't know their relationship, I guess. Yeah, it's true. First, to try to read this in a Deku voice is going to triple platinum.
Sorry for pausing so much, but it doesn't fucking matter. The relationship is fucked. I mean, as soon as someone cheats, it's fucked. I mean, you can't throw that shit away immediately. It's fucked. What the fuck do they want to repair? What the fuck are they gonna grow through? You're not growing through that, right? It's gonna be permanent damage. It's just gonna tick away. It's toxic poison damage, whatever you want to call it. But your health is gonna decline just more slowly than the other way. So I choose the other way, actually. I would have just left right then and there. It would have been a perfect timing.
I don't even know who Deku is. Better lawyer up, Mugen. Oh boy. And this guy, so this is the guy that made the original video, has been absolutely crashing out and is so upset. Like, he even had to make, this is what's so crazy about it. Like, what happened is that he made an expose video on Sykkuno. And again, bro, this guy has like karma. He has like karma level, like world protection. So what happened is that everybody now turned on him. Now they're all mad at this guy. So he got more hate than Sykkuno did whenever he made the video exposing Sykkuno. So it was so bad he had to even
crazy,
make a
right?
statement.
It's
and
completely
as for
crazy.
me, instead I can only find the best I want. I will never change, and this is just some other bullshit. 2 million views, and he had to make the comment. He had to lock comments on this post because the last video that he did, or the last comment that he did, look at this. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but. And so it only got 3,400 likes, okay? And then again, he got mogged by Powder. Damn, you're like really mad. Also, stop fetishizing me in a mixed race relationship. What?
What the fuck is happening?
You fuck what? So he got double mogged. Oh my god. And so anyway, here's another one. What happened to you being unbiased? What happened to sharing the truth with factual evidence of that truth? So now his own community is turning on him because he exposed Sykkuno. Take a step back.
So they are mad because he exposed the guy, and therefore the girlfriend has to go through. Okay, I understand. Through the story. Okay, but I would want that to happen actually. If I'm in a relationship and my partner is cheating, I would like to know actually, and I like to go through that pain then and there. I mean, what the fuck is that? Are people scared of heartbreak? Pussies? I mean, come on.
What she said wasn't unreasonable. So he's losing his fucking mind over this, which I think is very, very fucking funny. It's hilarious to me. This is proof he's the Antichrist. Some people could come to that conclusion. I think that's logical. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, or Giga Chat,
This is
whatever you
thinking
want to
Nick
call it.
Shirley
It's probably the
exposing
same thing.
cheaters. No, because Nick Shirley actually exposed real cheaters. And it seems like this guy is kind of a cheater. He is, but the girlfriend's okay with it, right? And so obviously what comes along with this? Sykkuno raw dogging these these sexy ass ABGs, and I can't get a text back. ABG, of course, standing for Asian baby girl. And so
Of
brother
course.
saying,
Guys, of
brother,
course it
so
stands for them.
true. Oh, yep, exactly. There you go. So anyway, live by the drama, die by the drama. And this is what's so insane. It all started making sense when I learned Sykkuno
Why?
is Vietnamese.
Why?
Now, I don't know a lot about like Asian
I have no
racism
idea why
because
that
I'm
is.
not Asian. But it seems to me like a lot of the other Asian countries really don't like Vietnamese. They don't. And I don't know why. I'm going to be
But why are they sleeping with him then? Shouldn't be the other way around if that comment was true.
real. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, us white people, we have our own race wars, okay? Like, I don't need to be conscripted into a race war for a foreign race, right? I have no idea about this. But I do want to say this. I want to exploit this, maybe. And then look at this here. Look at the argument. Filipinos would never be this disloyal. He's Chinese primarily, but Viet as well, although he was born in America. Ace and Saikuno, both Vietnamese. Vietnam mentioned. Whoa, chill on this. Fuck no, he's more Chinese. He's 50% Vietnamese, let alone.
I thought the only Asian racism that I know of is Japan, Korea, and right? They had beef. South Korea and Japan, right?
Mention 50% Chinese. Uh-oh. Couldn't you tell just from the phenotypes? We don't claim him. Don't lump that lower primate in with the rest of us. I speak for all that we should. Oh my God. And so anyway, now you have like the whole racism tier list on here. Oh my God. So yes, Asians are racism on lock then? I know. I didn't even know. Like, I don't know what the tier list for Asian racism is. I really don't. And I think that basically what it seems like the tier list is that every Asian country, inside of that country, they're at the top and everybody else is at the bottom. That's what I think it is. But I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing based off of, well, you know, common sense. And anyway, Southeast Asian versus East Asian versus South Asians? Of course, right? And anyway, what do we even do? Treachery.
Damn, they're racist as fuck.
Really, man? Really, you gotta do this? I mean, and then it doesn't look anything like a Southeast Asian. More like a South Korea Japanese hybrid Botox abomination. No, he doesn't look like that. And so they're really going into this. They're really trying to figure out, get to the
you
bottom
can't
of
know.
it, huh? Embrace it, survival instincts? I guess so. So they're really trying to figure out what kind of Asian he is. Fair weather friends suck. So many pygmies threw them under the bus and backstabbed them over what would have been a private matter. But because they have a platform, I've got to farm them instead of checking on them. This is how I know to keep my streamer friend circles extra small. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Not him, but in general. Streamer friend? That's an oxymoron. And I'm not saying that because streamers are morons. I'm saying that's like a, you know, I don't know, like a fast turtle. You know, like it's just contradictory, right? Like, I mean, you're not gonna have that happen. So I couldn't just drop the Google Doc. I know, I saw it. I just looked at it, right?
What did he drop?
And so yeah, that you know, it's just contradictory, right? Like, I mean, you're not going to have that happen. So I couldn't just drop the Google Doc. I know, I saw it. I have
no idea what that is.
And so yeah, there it is. Their competition, I guess. So it's redundant. And so the fact is that you know, a lot of streamers they're always going to put their career over you. I don't think they are irredeemable. Girl, have we lost the plot? Another girl, and this one's cute, but the problem is that another one. Oh,
it matters.
Yes, queen. Yes, you could do whatever you want. Maybe not, right? Maybe she might have a little bit more insight into her own relationship than you do. That's just my advice. And with this mutation, the VTubers and the female content creators and the male feminist and the...
I think there's a situation where you don't need to know more of the relationship to know that it's fucked. And I think that's exactly the situation, right? If you fucked almost every fucking Twitch streamer girl, then you probably ruined your relationship. Let's be honest. I mean, that's what I think, probably. I mean, if you're with me and you fuck like 10 other dudes, you made your decision, basically.
Male feminists. Oh, bro, so true. Take a massive L. Everything about them was appearing good, making money, gaining subscribers. None of them actually acts the actual victim in this. 100%. And the only person, here's the thing, the only person who has been morally consistent in all of this, you guessed it, it's me. I was the only one. Nobody else.
I was fucking reading the Trump thing. Sorry about that.
Like, I went into this thinking that it was funny. I made fun of it. I farmed it making a video making fun of it. And now I'm making a second video, probably, about this that will also be making fun of it. Humble
See,
Wolf,
we're
I
all
mean,
doing the
everybody
same thing.
knows that. We all know that. But yes, and
Optics, guys.
XQC,
It's all
you're
optics.
right, you're right, XQC. And to be fair, the thing is, like, I went harder on Saikuno than he did. XQC is so fucking vindicated off of this, right? Because he totally defended him, and he was right. He was right. So there it is.
It's true.
Bro's a real life
It's actually true.
protagonist. I know. And there it is. And so Asmon the most humble. I mean, somebody has to be.
Well, he didn't defend him, right? What he said was that this relationship stuff should be private, and you don't know if how the girl feels about it, right? And he was right with that. Of course, he was right with that, but who could have known that the girl is so fucking deep and lost in the sauce? You know, I mean, who could have known?
Most humble, right? And I figure if it's going to be somebody, it might as well be me. So yeah, X was right. He was. And, you know, again, the biggest victim in all of this is the actual girlfriend of Saikuno. I feel so bad for her that
Same.
all of this was put out without her consent. And I say I feel so bad for her while I'm obviously contributing to the thing that I feel bad for her for happening to her. But, you know, that's just the way the game is. And so anyway, this does, you know, like I do feel bad for her. I do. It's sad that this happened. But at the same time, like how's X right? I didn't follow details. Well, then it doesn't matter, right? Consider yourself employed if you don't know what's going on with this situation, okay? Out of everybody on the entire internet, Saikuno is the one guy that got the least amount of hate.
It's actually fucking crazy. That's crazy. It's so true and so fucking crazy.
Tell him about just started hooking up class and payments. The thing is,
I mean, the guy who was exposing him in the YouTube video is getting more hate than the guy who fucked around for a while having a girlfriend for years.
is that Saikuno was very good at talking to these girls. He absolutely was. But here's another component that you can't write off, okay? Get ready for it, guys. He was a rich, successful, popular person that was well liked. So basically, it's like how to talk to girls. Step one, be hot.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
man, fuck it, damn it, man, come on. You know, like, I mean, that's first step. And so, but you gotta, so step one, become a famous multimillionaire.
Yeah, fuck that up as well.
Oh, bro, come on.
Can't have everything,
He
guys.
wasn't hot, though? I think he was a good-looking guy. I do. I think he's a good-looking guy. Like, I've never been attracted to a man in my life, but I can tell when a guy is attractive. I can tell. It's easy to tell. And no. Everybody says, "Oh,
Easy
wow.
to tell.
Have you ever looked at a cat and says,
Okay,
that's a
guy.
good-looking cat? Yeah. Do you want to fuck the cat? I hope not." And so
That's
anyway,
not the
that's
same.
your Shane
It's
Dawson.
not the same,
So,
Asmon.
no, like, just because you can look at somebody and say that's an attractive dude, that doesn't mean you want to fuck him.
That's true.
Come on, guys.
That's true. I can do
What's
that as
wrong
well.
with
But
y'all?
it's not
Like, you gotta
easy.
Everybody needs to be a little bit more homosexual. We need
That's
to be
true.
a little bit more homosexual in order to become more heterosexual.
That's very true,
And,
actually.
Saikuno's
Look at the
probably
Greeks.
Not a Fred, but he's still mad weird and someone shouldn't be friends with. He's a cheater, and that's all I need to know to assess his character. 75 replies. Motherfucking boy, bro. Like, he's in there, man. Yes, there he is. Oh man, it's Cody. Yeah, he's a weirdo. Who cares that every streamer's a nerd on the internet? He's cheated. That's his personal and moral problem. What does that mean? You can't be his friend. People cheat. Who cares? It is what it is. Yeah, true.
That's exactly what
there
I
it
said,
is.
basically.
All these people act like their shit don't sting. True, exactly. And anyway, no, I thought that shit was funny. But anyway, I'll go through and look at some other stuff too, right? Because there's been a lot of other things that have gone on, and you know, we talked about this now at this point, right? But yeah, the crazy thing, dude, this guy actually came out and apologized, and the person that got the most hate, he got the least hate. He got the least amount of hate when he was the one that they were trying to expose.
It's completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Oh,
Federal officials cut Medicare to 500 LA hospices with 0 complaints. What?
Say this man was contracted with the city and county of Los Angeles to house and feed up to 600 homeless people, but instead he was misusing tens of millions of dollars to live a luxurious life. Exclusive Fox video shows the Fed's early morning bust here at the LA mansion. 42-year-old Alexander Suker was arrested. Suker's 125.
think about that. You're working so he can live a wealthy, beautiful life. Never forget that. There are a ton of people out there that don't do shit, and you have to work all day, every fucking day, to make that happen. Never forget that. Don't you ever forget that, and be mad about it. Be mad about it. Insane.
$5,000 Land Rover
Did
was
I
also
see this?
seized by law enforcement. The
Bro.
Fed say
Is this
Suker
the same-
defrauded the city.
It's the same thing here. It's the same thing here. Just go outside. The best cars are driven by the people that they just came here.
County of LA out of 23
No, I think this is, wait, this might be another guy.
million in taxpayer dollars for not only his mansion and car, but a second home in Greece, luxury
A
vacation,
second
2
home
homes,
in-
yeah.
Oh my god.
designer
Fuck me,
clothes,
dude.
and private schools.
Wow.
He was living the high life while the people suffering homeless on
Yeah.
the streets with no shelter, no food. They're living out in the streets. People are literally dying.
Think about that. Think about that. The old people, the veterans that have fought in wars for the country, right? They are suffering and like can barely eat enough, right? They're not getting help. They're not getting shit. And those people, they come here, come to the USA and just take, and take, and they have there's no remorse at all, right? It's like, how much was it? 25 million?
And this guy is out vacationing, buying homes,
Yep.
buying Range Rovers, and going shopping.
It's a disgrace, man.
Prosecutors say Suker was
There
supposed
he
to
is.
provide 3 nutritional meals a day to the homeless, but during one inspection, Suker only had canned beans and ramen noodles on hand.
Oh.
The feds say Luker lied about various aspects of abundant blessings, including fake vendors, facilities, and the homeless actually getting meals. The U.S. Attorney's Office in
There it
LA
is.
says they are actively investigating at least
Wow.
12 other similar fraud cases here in California. First Assistant U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley says there's a tremendous amount of fraud in this state, and that today's bust of one man who misused $23 million alone may show how little oversight there is.
Well, the oversight not existing is a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
The reason why they don't have oversight is it's basically an informal bribery program that LA has.
That's what I said. That's what I said before. No? That it's allowed because it makes it the politicians use it to make sure that they get reelected. Right? So they just, it's systemically not well organized. There is no oversight because there should not be an oversight, because if there were an oversight, the people couldn't do it and the politicians wouldn't get elected. It's so fucking simple, and that's why it's probably fucking true, right? Because those politicians are fucking 5-year-old fucking idiots, right? I mean, come on. I mean, those that allow that are definitely treasonous people. I mean, they should get jailed at least. That's at least. I think treason should be handled way worse, but yeah. Whoops.
That are functionally fucking worthless and useless, and they let these people sit around, do nothing, steal stuff, and cause problems, and all those people do is they show up every 2 or 4 years and they continue voting to keep the gravy train running. And
Yep.
all of the other people and the companies that are actually profitable and successful in California are subsidizing this lifestyle. That's really it. I'd be curious if this guy donates to politicians. I wouldn't be surprised, I'll tell you that.
California was pushing this money out quickly.
That's also the thing, right? Because they probably get sponsored by the people that they let steal from the government. So it's the perfect evil, devilish circle of fucking idiots stealing money from us. Why are we not mad yet? Come on, guys. We can do this.
A lot of money went out the door with, frankly, very little vetting, very little checks and balances, and he's one of the individuals that got it.
The suspect is scheduled to make his first appearance.
Jesus, bro, $125,000 Land Rover. Holy shit, a mansion in LA and a second home in Greece. 500 fraudulent hospice facilities closed down in California. Where are you? Think about that. That's 500 hospices? Think about how many that is. That's insane. That's crazy. So I don't even see how something like this can happen. How do you allow to have fraud on that insane of a level? And they want to arrest people like Nick Shirley? Of course they do, because Nick Shirley is fucking with the system.
Yeah, he exposed it.
You pay these people to sit around and do nothing, and then they vote for you. So
you can't have someone show the world that you're making money by getting reelected. You can't fucking have that happen. So they go after the guy. Right? Who's a fucking patriot, by the way.
If you take away the payments, then you take away their funding, and these people have to leave, or they might vote for something different, or they're in one way or another not beholden to you. And the goal that they have is they want to make people basically reliant on the government for everything, so they can never afford to not vote for more advantages like that. Dr.
Because if they vote for somebody else, they will get found out and they can't scam anymore, and they go to jail, right? So they have to vote for the same politicians that they used to vote for, because those are the politicians that allow that shit to happen, because there is no oversight that is systematic, of course, and then the cycle repeats itself. Right, because then the politicians get reelected again. They get probably sponsored by them as well, so they get the money to run again, and they get reelected again. And the people that came here can scam further and further without getting caught. And now we're finally at this point, thanks to Nick Shirley, that those people are getting seen and caught, and that's perfectly reasonable. And a great fucking thing.
And this is it right here.
What is the response to Democrats arguing that this rooting out of fraud, that it's cutting Medicaid services? What is your response to that?
None at all.
Well, I mean, I think that honestly, they are going to cut Medicaid services, and people probably will die because of this. Like, this is inevitable. Like, I don't think that they should use the messaging and say that, oh, well, we're not going to have any, we're never going to have any collateral damage. Like, we are going to have collateral damage. It's unavoidable, right? Whenever you're making decisions and you have hundreds and thousands of these places.
It's about acting now and having some backlash, right, that is still controllable, then waiting and then having a backlash that's completely going out of hand. So of course there are going to be people that are suffering because of this, but there would be way more people suffering of this if you would wait even longer. I mean, of course they're taking millions. I mean, if you reallocate that, other people are going to be way better off than they are now.
That you're shutting down, mistakes will be made, and people will be left without care that shouldn't have had the care. And if you didn't want that to happen, you should have run your system better, so we didn't have to take this dramatic extreme action to undo all of the mistakes that you have made systematically. So this like the reframing of, like, not only is it okay that these mistakes happen, but the mistakes are the fault of those people. Those mistakes are a second order effect of them not holding anybody accountable for these numbers. That's really what I think.
It's always accountability. And the second you make people take the accountability, people fucking things just fall in line. That's how it is.
What happens to the people that that donate to the politicians to keep doing what they're doing in order to keep making money? Well, I mean, I think you should just put them in. I mean, charge them and put them in jail, right? It's pretty simple.
Well, they know it's manufactured. That's why when they say this sort of, like sheepishly mention the possibility that you might once in a while hurt someone that's innocent. I argue that if you take a child with autism and you give them the services they need, you're doing a great service. It's the right thing to do. We're great people. We'll always help folks in need. But if every mother is pretending because they're getting paid that the children in the neighborhood have autism, which is bad for those kids, by the way.
And you're seeing that.
And we're seeing that in Minnesota.
It's actually a really good point he's bringing up here with this. I don't know why the framing is this fucked up. But anyway, like, yeah, telling kids they have autism fucks with their brain.
100% true. My mom does this to my little sister. Like, she conditioned her to be socially completely incapable, right? Because she's only playing, like, video games and the Nintendo Switch and whatever, right? And now to save face, basically, she says that she's autistic, right? And that's why she's so fucking incapable of social interactions, which she wasn't when she was like 3 or something, or 4, when I knew her back then, right? I moved out. I mean, so she does the same thing. And if you tell someone he's a certain thing, he will most likely fall into that category by, cosmic manifesting or whatever. But it's more likely that you see yourself as a certain thing if people tell you that you are that certain thing, right? I mean, that's obvious. Even more so if it's a child that is moldable and not fully developed and can't really think like an adult, right? So, of course that's true.
Like, I think that you shouldn't, like, maybe this is just my opinion, right? But I don't think you should tell kids that there's something wrong with them. Like, unless it's, like, a really, really big issue, like, it's better to try to let a kid try to live a normal life than tell them that, like, there are all these things wrong.
Because it's always another step in the thought process of the kid, right? Because my sister, for example, now has to think, well, I probably can't do that because I have autism and that's why it's okay, right? Rather than just doing the thing that she wants to do, right? And then there's one thing more holding her back. That's what's happening, in my opinion, right? I'm not an autistic expert, even though,
With you, and so this explains every interaction that you're ever going to have, right? I think it's very dangerous to do that, unless they're fat or gay, of course.
You take a budget from $3 million to $400 million. You do that by
3 to 400
creating programs and manufacturing services that aren't supposed to be used. But what you're doing is you're hurting the child who really has autism because they can't get access to services, and you're corrupting the entire system. We're seeing the same thing in California with hospice, where you have 1/3 of all the hospices.
Do you think we should be reimbursed? I think that we should absolutely be reimbursed, and I think that what we should do. So this is what I would do, is I would figure out all the people that were in on the fraud, and I would imprison them for the amount of time that it would take for them to work off the labor debt of the amount of money that they've defrauded us. So, like, let's say you've defrauded us for, like,
those are going to be long prison sentences then.
I guess you're in jail for 23 million years, right? Like, I don't know. And, like, that would be, and I would seize all their assets, take all of their stuff. And, if they were obviously like immigrants or something like that, or they're naturalized citizens from another place, I would denaturalize them, seize all their assets, and send them to like Rwanda or something, right?
I would do
like,
that,
that's
definitely.
What I would do. And because I think that we should get our money back, right? I mean, they came here.
100%. Let's get our money back
because we got scammed, right? I mean, it's our money. It's not their money. So that's what I would do. You need to build a lot of prisons.
So that house in Greek that the guy bought from the scams, right? And his fucking Range Rover, that shit belongs to us. That is our shit. I want my fucking Range Rover. And I want my fucking house in Greece. Where the fuck are my keys for that?
I know. And I think that we could have them doing that, right? You could have them building their own prisons. That's a good idea. Just put like shock collars on them or something like that, and that way if they try to like do something wrong, you just zap them, right? It's pretty fucking easy.
No, you need those chips that are implanted in the brain, right? That if you leave a certain if you leave a certain area, they just explode, right? And that you don't tell them what the area is. It's just you better be complacent, or you can find out where the area is, right? Where the borders of the area are, basically. Might be a little bit too drastic, but I think drastic decisions are the only decisions that really make people learn, make them understand. Right? Strike some fear into those hearts.
Are in Los Angeles.
And like, by the way, like I'm being completely serious about this. Like this is actually what I think we should do. Like,
Same.
Actually, this is what I think we should do. Yeah, 100%.
Not California, just LA. I mean, how many people are dying there?
Yeah.
Right. So you obviously have allowed
A little bit of a red flag.
And I'll make this announcement in your show.
Where you get the idea
we
from?
have
I don't know.
payments to 450 hospices in California.
450.
Guess what? Not one has called us asking to reinstitute.
Fuck. Is he saying what I think he's saying?
Us asking to reinstitute them.
Wow.
And there you go. They are proving themselves to be liars and thieves and scammers. And still, do you remember in Minnesota how every fucking one of them tried to argue against it and call out the racism and that it's because you're all racists, and all of a sudden it's all true and nobody bats an eye, right? They're not coming to make interviews anymore. They're not enraged anymore, right? They're not even calling back because it's never been a fucking real hospice, sorry, right? I'm so fucking thankful for Nick Shirley. It's unbelievable. I fucking love that guy.
So 450 out of 450 were frauds.
That's
and nobody's
insane.
Going to be reinstituted because they know what they were doing was fraud, and they were just trying to ride the gravy train all the way down to the station as far as they can possibly go. Of course, you like Dr. Oz? I love him. I think he's great. I didn't like him whenever he was running against John Fetterman. I didn't like Dr. Oz, but you know, he's in a role that he really understands. I think he's incredibly competent in that role, and I think that what he's doing is something that's invaluable, and it's something that's necessary. I'm very, very favorable towards him.
They may change their minds
fucking
over
Mad
time,
Cat.
but in 10 weeks, we've shut down 450 payment systems to these guys. That's representing at least $700 million just this year, and no one's complaining.
That's right. And like, yeah, it's the same thing with the Minnesota daycares. How is it that we could shut down all of those daycares and bring all of that up and all the daycares stop working, then nobody's complaining about their kids not having somewhere to go? Like, wouldn't you expect that if you have hundreds of these kids on the rolls, the attendance
thousands
roll,
of
and
kids,
you have, you know, hundreds of these places, that you would have like a massive outcry of these people that were furious that their benefits are being taken away? Why aren't leftist?
And there are still people that cry and scream and kick because they want to help those people that are completely robbing you blind. It's completely ludicrous. We are living in a timeline where reality is defined by the feelings of certain people. Fucking swallow that pill and tell me how that tastes. Tastes like shit, dude.
Talking about this fraud, the reason why is because the fraud subsidizes the demographics that they want to bring into the country. That's the reason why. So
I need another drink. Wait a second. I'm back, boys. I got my strawberry Dr. Pepper, right? Because that's my favorite thing. Strawberries and cherries. Let's go.
The reason why leftists like the fraud is because the fraud is necessary as a form of welfare in order to allow the demographics that they want to ethnically replace people in America. They want those demographics to come in, but those people can't make a living here unless it's fraud, unless it's some...
Also, as I said, they use those people as sponsors and as voters as well, right? So if they come in, they scam the government, they get the money, and then they sponsor the politicians that are allowing that shit to happen, and then the circle is perfectly fine, and they do it over and over again, and the politicians get elected, re-elected, and the guys are scamming us blind. Perfect. It's fucking perfect.
Form of manipulation, like illegal under the table labor. So that's the reason why. Yeah, fraud, free the illegals. Exactly. It's a scheme. Dude, so weird now. Well, let me get this straight. So you say this is weird. What about what I'm saying isn't true? I'm gonna.
I'd like to know that.
You're so weird now. What about?
Really love to know that.
Go ahead. What is it? I wanna understand this. I want to get to the bottom of it. What about this? What about what I'm saying is weird?
This is gonna take forever, dude.
Another my feelings, Andy. Yeah, and if you vague post, you're permabanned. Any vague post is a permaban.
It's always those people that never answer, right? They are so flustered and shocked that they don't have anything to say.
Surely there's going to be something these saying Democrats want this. You know that isn't true. Well, why do you think that isn't true?
If you act a certain way and something happens because you acted that certain way, then it doesn't matter what you want, because if you act a certain way and something happens because of that, then it's obvious what you want, right? Because otherwise you would act differently.
Why do you think that isn't true?
Jesus Christ.
Like, I think they do. I think their entire voting structure is built around creating people that are basically serfs to the government, and then keeping those people on the government payroll, and those people afraid to vote against them because they might get taken off the payroll. I think that's exactly what's happening.
I've been kind of saying that.
How is it not obvious that they're the ones that want this? I'm confused. They're buying votes? Yeah, they're obviously buying votes. Every time you do this, you call out it's a minority group.
And they don't buy votes by actually buying them. They buy votes by letting it happen.
Democrats scream racism. What does he mean? They don't want this? Yeah, of course. Well, they use racism as a way to suppress criticism. They say, well, you can't say this because it's a minority group doing this, and so if you criticize it, it's, you know,
And they say it's Islamophobic, right? Because, I mean, I've never heard of the term Christianophobic, because, I mean, you can't question, you're allowed to question a set of ideas. That's why we're living in a free world, basically, right?
Abstraction, it's racism. Too bad. Call it whatever you want. It's still true. That's just the way it is. There's no example at all. It's very obvious that they're doing this, right? I mean, like, why do you think this is happening in all these leftist groups? It looks like there's no response at all. This person's taking too long to respond. Like, if
I always wish those people would respond. I would be so interested in what they would have to say about this. They never answer, though, because they probably have nothing to say about this. But still, I'd be very interested if anyone has anything to say in that regard that would change my mind. I'd be very interested in that.
If you were faster, I would have let this go, but I don't want to spend, like, how long is it going to take to just type out, like, what you think? And so, yeah, it's just crazy. Oh my God, it's a waste of time. Whoever still supports the government's stupid. Yeah, sure. Same thing as No Kings protest. Someone planted the seed to control the masses, to control votes. Yeah, I think so. The Democrat Party has been co-opted by communism. Well, the reality is that all of these people can't live in the U.S. and they can't sustain themselves unless it's fraud.
So people know it's
they have to
my
basically
stream
be
and not
babysat
ASMONGOLD.
by America in order for them to live here, right? Because they're not producing anything of value. And so because of that, well, that's why you have all this fraud. That's why you have all the scams. It's because the scams and the fraud are necessary. And you're kind of wrong about scammers. They're just peons here. I don't...
It's basically the election money, right? There's monopoly money, there's real money, and there's the money that you pay your elections with. And it's the rules you let slide, basically. That's what I feel like it is.
I don't think that's really true. You should jail the politicians and the magistrates that allowed this to happen, not only the scammers. Oh, I agree with you. I would pull you up and argue with you, but I think that we basically agree. I mean, you're saying that the politicians are the ones that are allowing it to happen. I think you're right. You are, and I'm totally fine with that. But either way, let's see here. One more.
500 hospices. We've already shut down 500 hospices in Los Angeles.
I love that guy. I love Kennedy, dude.
And incidentally, we haven't had one call from Congress or anybody else about complaining because clearly...
He pushed the psychedelic thing, and I'm a big fan of that because I know it works. I did that shit on me and it worked. So I bought a ton of stocks in Compass Pathways, right? So now I'm hoping that this shit will skyrocket as well. So yeah, let's hope for the best for me, right? I really need that actually.
These were fraudulent. A lot of these places, you'd say they'd have, they were just invented addresses. They would obtain patient identification.
They made bullshit addresses?
Or they would pay people. They were going and giving people in poor neighborhoods flat screen televisions.
See, what you need to do is you need to get every single one of those poor people in the neighborhood. You need to put every single one of them in jail. Every single one. And then put them on mandatory work programs, figure out how much they defrauded, and then after that, they have to work all of that off.
600.
I can guarantee you that society will be a better place without those people in it. Guaranteed. Like anybody who's scamming the government like that, we don't need them.
And they would enlist them enroll them in the hospice, and we were paying them $6,000.
Yeah.
We've already shut down 500 hospices.
12 cents an hour? Yeah, I like that.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I like that. 12 cents an hour. That seems pretty reasonable. You see the X account of the dude that was mad that you can't see up Diana's dress and Pragmata got suspended? Sick fuck. No, I didn't see that. Just seems like a weirdo. I mean, again, it's not really that complicated, but their phone goes to voice rail. Location is entry. Okay, all right. One more.
What's up, you guys? I'm here in Signal Hill at 2930 Gardena Avenue, where Angelus Hospice Incorporated, actually titled under Panacea Hospice, doing business as Angelus Hospice, doesn't have its door open, has a business card. Guy next door says they've changed.
I mean, it looks like an empty building. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no sign anywhere. There's no label on the door. There's no documentation on the sides here, except for probably like a building code inspection. Like this is, I mean, this looks like an empty fucking building, guys.
Locations and...
They also had those P.O. boxes that were just, right, people working there, and it's just fucking P.O. box. Same thing, it's so blatantly obvious, and like that not seeing it is actually should be a crime. I mean, it is probably, but it's just not enforced, and it should.
In 2025, they filed for bankruptcy, and 2 months later, it was settled, and they're back in operation, doing what they do best. So let's
It's an
give them a
empty
call.
building. It is.
62980-0046. They had one review 9 months ago where someone said that they were always in a rush, left before the hour was up, and when their family member was dying, oh man, they're so busy that they don't have time to answer the phone. So they're
That's not being able to answer the phone. That is you or you called a fake number. Like that's like you called a number that doesn't exist. That's a different thing than a voice.
How can you differentiate that? I would have not known that. I would have not. You can. Does it beep differently or what? I mean, I would have not noticed any difference at all. Is that
one
even
review
true? I
said that
mean,
when their family member was dying, they called for an immediate nurse for assistance. They were super confused and frightened as to the process of their loved one dying. The hospice care nurse didn't show up until several hours later after the patient had died, and they gave a one-star
good
review
care,
saying mediocre at best. Always left.
This is like a movie. It's like a couple. Oh my god.
Early, didn't really care about the client, and the review even went on and they cut it off, and when I tried to find the review, it was removed off of Yelp, and only 2 reviews from a year ago that have 5 stars are on there now. So they've been open for almost 9 years. Okay, in 2023 they billed Medicare $1.2 million, and they had 4,334 days of hospice care within the year, meaning...
Yeah, I think that we need to put these people, we need to put them on hard labor and make them work off every cent of this. And they need to be working for like 12 cents an hour. Like, basically, you're going to jail for the rest of your life with mandatory labor, and that's it.
I love,
You shouldn't have
I love
scammed.
mandatory labor.
Shouldn't have done it.
It's so
Shouldn't
underrated.
have done it. It's too much, too long, and that's it. We're all paying for this? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh my god.
They had, I believe, 78 enrollees. We're going to check back more. In 2022, they only had 20 Medicare beneficiaries and only pulled in about 210,000. But then it bumped up in 2023 to 1.2 million. So we're going to keep checking this out, but no one's at this address. The guy said they moved. It's all over the place. And the owners have several more healthcare and hospice agencies
Of course.
in this area.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's keep on moving. What's
I
up, you guys?
guarantee you, some of the people that are on their their
They
attendance
probably
roll,
left by now.
I guarantee you, some of those people are on the payroll too. Like, they're the ones that are getting paid off under the table for this. This is super common, and a lot of people don't know about this because it's like
Sorry, my dog is the cutest right now.
It's like a ghetto scam, right? But like, yeah, this is super, super, super common. How we do travel restrictions and ankle bracelets, but we let them work
so
in public
fucking
for
cute,
3/5
guys.
the wages.
Sorry, I gotta stop that right now. Guys, my dog is so fucking cute. You can't believe that shit. He's so fucking cute, honestly. He just comes up and, you know, sits down, gets pet a little bit, enjoys it, the fuck out of it. Peak living.
3/5 seems like too easy of a compromise. I think it's more like 1/5, okay? Like, and even 1/5 is like, you know, you might be able to finish this in 10 years, and like, it's gotta be more than that. Yeah, like 1/10, something like that. I mean, come on. And easy time, but yeah, it's just nuts, man. And 5x of financial auditors govern employees, and you cut the cost of the taxpayer in half. I know. Yeah, all you have to do is find out where these scammers are going and what they're doing, and things will change very, very quickly. I think so.
Jail them and then deport them, right? First you jail them, and then they have to do the labor, and then you deport them, and then, right? Then they will never come back, ever. But yeah. There you have it, guys. That's our situation that we live in. Great. Well, I'm gonna do some stuff, fix some of my streams. I gotta figure out how that works. I might come back later, and I might not come back later. So, but thank you for watching, anyways, and I see you guys in a couple of hours or tomorrow. And I don't know how to fucking end my stream. Isn't that great? Isn't that cool? Where is the pop out thing? Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Behind the scenes footage. How the fuck can I end my stream? It's not letting me end my stream. Great, I mean, then we're just chilling. I think I got it. No, I don't. I completely don't have it at all. Whoop. Oh, I know where. I know where. I know where. No, it's not. It's completely ridiculous. Where is it? Oh, I found it. Great. Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure as always. See you in the next one.